I am the founder and CEO of ShareLove.Fund, and this is week 20 of our RPYT yoga, registered yoga teacher training, accredited by Yoga Alliance. And in week 20, we're going to highlight the pose of the week. And normally in our teacher training, the pose that we discuss in week 20 is Revolved Half Moon. However, Revolved Half Moon is not prenatal safe. And so I'm going to just start this video with a teaching tip for our teachable clients who are going to earn their prenatal teaching degree, and also our incarcerated women clients who are earning their degree as well, using their time productively. So, half moon, we discussed last week, we go to the side. Revolved half moon comes through warrior three, and then I'm not going to do it because it's not prenatal safe and I don't want anyone to get hurt, because I know we have a lot of pregnant women watching this. So revolved half moon would just take this all the way. This hand would come to this block, this arm up, but I'm not even going to do it because I don't want any confusion in case someone is not listening to the volume. So the modification for prenatal for revolved half moon is just to come down to supported warrior three. So this is week 20. Our pose of the week is revolved half moon, and that is not prenatal safe. So pregnant clients can substitute with supported warrior three like this with the blocks. Okay, now we'll start our class highlighting with a flow, and then we'll work in to highlight that pose. So take a comfortable seated position, and let's just take a few centering breaths together. As you relax and deepen into your breath, maybe wiggle around a little bit, shrug your shoulders, and see if you can fall a little bit deeper into relaxation with your breath. Try to drop your shoulder down on one side and rainbow your arm across, really just opening up the side body. Feeling length in your arm, trying to relax your neck, closing your eyes or have a soft gaze, and just really trying to reach and stretch, pulling your arm to one side of the room and keeping your hip grounded. Remembering to breathe. While we stretch our side body, we're also building strength in our supporting arm. Remembering not to twist. We can go side to side, but we can't torque our body for prenatal. With an inhale, we have our warrior two arms, and lean to the other side, keeping the hip down, arm elongated, shaking out your neck to relax, and feeling the difference in both sides. Using your breath to fall in deeper to it. If you find yourself coming over or too far back, Think of yourself as having your back flat to the wall. There is a wall behind you. You can also scooch to the wall behind you and think about that for having a straight back. And that might also feel like a good support while you're pregnant. And while you're pregnant, using the wall is helpful because it makes sure that you don't torque your torso and that you don't do any twisting, because the twisting is not safe for the baby. You can go side to side to the extent that it doesn't hurt. You can go up and back like cat-cow, but we cannot twist. I don't even want to show it because, like I said, some people watch the video without the volume and they'll just mirror whatever I do. So I don't feel comfortable demonstrating things that are not prenatal safe in this video. So you'll have to see our RPYT 200 videos for the demonstrations of the non-modified version. But here, let's just breathe into this for another minute, using our breath to create space. When our mind wanders, just focusing it back on our breath. Allowing the breath to nurture the body. Taking life one breath at a time. You can dig into it a little more. Warrior two, arms up. And now we'll put our hands together and we'll do it on the other side. Kind of strengthening the arms. So while you're pregnant, you might not feel like moving around too much, but there's a whole upper body that you can strengthen just while sitting down. There's so many parts of us, so sometimes having one part immobilized allows us to develop another part of ourselves. One way of thinking about this is sometimes they say when there's an injury to one part of the brain that the other parts of the brain become more active. So you can use pregnancy as an opportunity to make your arms more active. This is stretching more of the upper back and side body. And you'll feel the stretch in your tightest point. If holding the pose feels uncomfortable with the baby, feel free to listen to your body. Everybody has to be their own guide. So this is only a suggestion, but every body is made differently. Some people are pregnant watching this. Some people are just earning the degree not pregnant, and really use your own judgment. Consult with a doctor. This is just a guide. So we'll come to the other side, stretch the side body with our arms up, pointing. Trying to get at the shoulder stretch. And for folks that say, oh, I've never been able to touch my toes and I want to touch my toes, all of this helps get that length for the forward fold and touching the toes. And some people, when they lean forward in the forward fold, it bothers their nose. They don't feel good being upside down. So this is a way to sort of stretch a lot of those muscles without being upside down. While we're here, try to think about grounding the knee down, grounding the hip down, and then reaching up, but not curving. Trying to keep this like a straight rainbow across the sky. Relaxing the neck. Remembering to breathe. Here we can shake it out. And now we'll come down and see how maybe that feels a lot easier. And here we're stretching more the connection between the side body and the hip. And with the arms up, we're doing more sort of under the armpit and the shoulder blades. With each breath, feel yourself sinking a little bit deeper into the stretch. And try to imagine your breath as a circle with no start and end. The stretch can kind of be a meditation where you focus on the fluidity of the breath. Keeping in mind we want the back straight. Releasing tension in the neck. Grounding the knees and the sits bones. Feeling each strand stretch like a yoga sutra or thread, expanding our knowledge of our body, our comfort within. Inhale, and we'll do this on the other side. Noticing the difference in the two sides. Is one side tighter than the other? Relaxing the shoulders while trying to reach. What about our daily habits can be contributing to one side being tighter? Is one side really tighter, or are we just holding back more? What are we afraid of? What would you do if you had no fear? Concentrating on your breath as if it's a circle. It's no start or end. In and out fluid. You can consciously expand the circle or shrink the circle to your comfort level, lengthening or shortening your breath without stress. It's definitely important for prenatal to have non-stressed breathing. So the breathing should be continuous and comfortable. Thinking about alignment as if your back was flat to the wall. And inhale, come up. So now we've sort of stretched our side to side, and we will begin our warm-up where we will stretch front and back. So before, or as we begin, so this little warm-up is the first four poses of of the 45 key signature poses, and then we'll modify some and do downward puppy, which is not one of our official poses, but it feels really good for prenatal. And we'll also do child's pose, which also feels really good for prenatal. So in easy seat, Sukhasana. This was our first pose of the 45 key poses. We'll start our little warm up. So we started with grounding breaths in the beginning, and for sequencing for our teacher trainees, grounding is a great way to begin a class. After grounding, we'll do a little warm up like we did side to side, and now we'll practice our official go-to warm up so that when you graduate with your teaching degree, you'll just have a no-brainer warm up. Maybe it's the best warm up, maybe it's the worst warm up, but it is a warm up that one of my teachers used to say, you'll remember it 15 minutes after you're dead. It will be so ingrained in your mind. So we're going to do this warm up with two versions. One is the modified version that I like for prenatal, and then we'll end with the review of the warm up of just the standard version in our manual so that it's consistent with what you see online in Teachable. Okay, so here we are in easy seat, and to warm up, we're going to just loosen up the hips a little bit. If you're pregnant and you're more comfortable like this, that's fine, or straddle. And we'll just kind of lean our hips forward and back. If you have a hoodie or block, book, blanket, bolster, anything you have, you can sit on it, and that helps with the pelvic tilt so that you can really work the hips a little bit. So by leaning for, sitting on the edge of something, you can increase the curve of your lower spine and loosen that up. So sometimes being at a slant on a block helps. And what I like to tell people is that if you're in an office a lot, maybe just get a sweatshirt or something like this to sit on, because at your office desk, let's say, I'm kind of trying to simulate if you were at a desk, you know, your legs would be hanging, but being able to sort of thrust forward, that can take pressure off of your lower spine and help with the natural curvature of your back. And when your back is in line with its natural curvature, then you don't have to work so hard to quote unquote have good posture, and it just naturally stacks up. So by doing that, the result is that you'll have less tension in your shoulders, and then you'll just be able to type away and work with less tension in your shoulders, which also will decrease the amount of tension in your neck. And so that can really help. So back to Sukhasana, easy seat, our first of the 45 key poses of the share method. We're just putting our hips forward and back. So this kind of gets us ready for cat-cow, but it allows us to focus on cat-cow is, you know, going forward and back fully, but right now we're just experiencing that movement isolated in the hip area. You can kind of go back and forward at your own pace. And then, you know, let's try to do a little hula on one side and then the other. And really kind of loosen it up. If you want a little more arm exercise, you can put your arms up or put them in warrior two arms, which is a little bit of a balancing pose. We're just like warming up the hips. And there's a lot going on when you're pregnant. And so kind of embracing it and connecting with your hips, that can be empowerment. We are not twisting, so I'm not like putting this arm here and doing that twist. So we definitely can't twist, but we can move as a unit. So the idea is that as long as we're not torquing our torso, we're good. We're safe for pregnancy. So I like to think of it as almost like a Lego. Like a Lego, you can spin the legs around, you can spin the head around, but I don't think the middle spins. So, or I like to think of it as a robot. So we can have like robot arms. So it's like a robot could go like this, but a robot is not going to turn. Maybe it is, but just use the semantics that help you remember this the best, but don't twist. Another way of thinking of it is if your shirt was wet, when you're pregnant, you couldn't twist it out to dry while it's on you. Like all of this has to be one solid unit, but as long as your hips and belly button are in line, then you can move this one solid unit. So it is safe to move like this. It's not safe to twist. So without further ado, let's just take a few breaths and sort of go around the world and try to loosen up these hips. And Sukhasana Easy Seat as part of our warm-up. Okay, great, and then we can go forward and back. So now let's lose the block. So in Sukhasana, we did a twist around the world. And from here, we're gonna use that momentum on our next one to move into tabletop. So from here, just to kind of flow a little bit, we are like gonna come up and go to tabletop. If your wrists hurt you, we talked about a modification of using a blanket to create a slant. We had Peter Icavello, our anatomy guru with over 25 years of experience in yoga, bodywork, anatomy. He gets flown all over the place for yoga retreats to be the anatomy expert. So we consulted him about wrists because that's an issue. Being on the wrist bothers a lot of people. And he said, certainly, definitely see a doctor. Nothing here should be medical advice. But he said that sometimes using a blanket so that the wrists are more like this instead of like that the wrists are more at a slant. He said sometimes that helps people. So that's something we can do. In going into cat-cow, from Sukhasana, we come into tabletop, and then we can draw our belly button down to the mat in cat, and then the tip of our spine to the ceiling in cow, and our head would be forward. So to sort of make that more smooth, from Sukhasana Easy Seat, we can rotate our hips, kind of come around the world into tabletop. From tabletop, can inhale, drawing our belly down, and exhale. And let's just take a few breaths here at your own pace and your own comfort level. And if you want to rock a little bit to really get deeper into the stretch, feel free. Hands should be below the shoulders. Your toes can be curled underneath you if that helps with support. If not, you can just leave it flat. Maybe move your neck side to side if that feels good. So let's do this 3 times. playing around with your breath as you move. How can you get your breath to create inertia for you? Now here in cat-cow, let's do it, but let's kind of move around a little bit. Just like we moved our hips in Sukhasana, try to move around and like feel those nooks and crannies. And you can do the same in cow and just sort of feel at your own pace. Can you get deeper into the stretch by moving? So we'll do that 3 times. Inhale to cow, move around. Exhale to cat, move around. Inhale to cow, move around on the other side. Exhale to cat, move around on the other side. Inhale, move around. Exhale, move around. Inhale, move around. And exhale, move around. So from here, we'll do our prenatal modification to downward puppy. It's not an official pose, but you can widen your knees and just swing forward. If it feels good, you can have a sweatshirt, blanket, bolster, block under your forehead. Our feet pointed behind us. Fingertips long and forward. Stretching our upper back and shoulder. And we'll just take a few breaths here. It's a stretch, but it can also be relaxing. So we'll take 3 more breaths here. Thinking about the circle, the fluidity of the breath. Feeling yourself sinking deeper into the stretch. On the exhale, you can push back into child's pose. So for child's pose, you can rest your head on one side or the other side. And now you can have your arms up. The knees can go to each side of the mat to create room for the belly. If there is not enough space, you can use a bolster or something higher. Peter in a previous class also showed us the bolster under our tummy, but sometimes people just want more space, so you won't come down as far like this. And the idea is that any time in a class, any yoga class, not just this one, that you don't feel comfortable doing a pose, you can always come to child's pose, and that's an appropriate thing to do, and it's a safe space. If you're stressed out during the day and you have an appropriate place to come to child's pose, it's also a place to gather thoughts. So we'll take 3 breaths here and then we'll turn our head to the other side. On the inhale, we'll come to downward puppy, stretch to tabletop, cat, cow, cat, cow, cat, really going around on one side, cow, going around on the other side, back to downward puppy, And back to child's pose. Knees apart and your head is on the other side. Your other cheek is on the mat too for evenness. Let's just take a few breaths here, sinking into it. On the inhale, we'll come back to downward puppy. Back to tabletop. We'll put the blanket back. Stay tidy. Honor our space. We'll do a little more cat-cow just to really get the benefits. You can even kind of like crouch into it, roll forward or back. This will conclude our warm-up, so kind of wiggle and jiggle and get the most. And from this, we will come back down to easy seat. So that was our prenatal warm-up. Now I'm going to quickly do our standard go-to warm-up, and then we'll go into our first sun salutation with the first, basically the next segment will cover all the poses that we learned through week 12, just as a little review, so that every class you get a new pose and then a cumulative review, and then every class that ends in a 2 is a new sequence, so class 2, 12, 22, 32, 42, and our final class, week 52, you'll have a sequence, and in those sequences, you'll have reviewed our sun salutation A, plus our 45 key poses. You will have a warm-up and 5 sequences that you know by heart, plus the regular sun salutation, so 7 in total. Part of the coursework, you'll experiment with making your own class, making your own sequence, so that will be 8 in total, like the 8 limbs of yoga. And that's a powerful teaching tool. We don't need to know everything. We just need to know a few things well. And knowing 8 sequences, that means you could teach every day, have a different sequence every day of the week, and one in your back pocket. And you know, that's a powerful teaching tool. So we want to make confident teachers. We don't need to make gurus. We don't need to know everything. What we do need to know is enough for a class, and we need to know it well to feel confident in teaching it. So anyway, we'll now sort of practice the go-to warm-up. So inhale in easy seat. We'll relax our hips a little bit, go around the world, and breathe into tabletop for cat-cow. Relaxing the neck, letting it fall. Shaking it, no. Shaking it, yes. With this cow, we'll curl our toes under, push up, walk our feet up. Inhale and go to Tadasana. From Tadasana, we will exhale into forward fold. That's our little mini warm-up, doing the first 4 poses of the first 4 weeks. From forward fold, we will go into our sun salutation review. So our sun salutation is I'm going to come to the other side for it. Our sun salutation is Tadasana, upward salute. I see my arms are like a little cut off, so I'm going to just move this back. Sorry. I have, okay, awesome. Okay, so, so maybe that works. Well, it works good enough. Okay, so Tadasana, upward salute, forward fold, half bend, back to plank, from plank, up dog, cobra, from cobra, down dog. From down dog, we step our foot up and we come to forward fold. From forward fold, okay, hanging in forward fold, then inhale, half bend, upward salute, Tadasana. So now we're going to just put those two together, the standard warm-up and our standard sun salutation A for review. So our standard warm-up, so again, like for people who are not in our teachable course, they're thinking this is a random class. The way the share method works is there's no mandatory tests or quizzes. We were created to certify incarcerated women to be yoga teachers. We also have a high school and pregnant teenager certification program. And the idea is that anybody, regardless of ability, can learn how to be a confident yoga teacher through our method, which is based in repetition. So we're just gonna repeat things a lot. So anyway, so our basic warm-up. Pose 1, start in easy seat. We'll do a little hip warm-up. And then we'll go to pose 2, which is cat-cow. Drawing our belly button down and our back up. From cat-cow, we'll step forward and we'll go to Tadasana. From Tadasana, we'll exhale to forward fold. That concludes the warm-up. Then we will go straight into sun salutation A. And you guys are doing great because we finished the first hour, or the first half hour. We have an hour left, and we've covered a lot. Okay, so we'll power through this last hour. Okay, from Tadasana, inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step back to plank. From plank, come to up dog, cobra. From cobra to down dog. From down dog, step forward into forward fold. From forward fold, inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Back down to Tadasana. Wait, let's do that again so that it's cemented in. So the warm-up, we start in easy seat. So in easy seat, we'll go around the world, and then we'll come to cat-cow. Stretching the spine, you can do that 3 times. From that, you can come up to forward fold. From forward fold, from that, we'll come up to Tadasana and then to forward fold. Those are the first 4 poses that we learned. That links really nicely to our sun salutation. So we come up to start our sun salutation. Now we're doing what we learned in week 2, which was sun salutation A. Tadasana, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, come down to plank. From plank, curl the toes under to up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, push back into down dog. Now we can use the other leg to step forward. From down dog, we will step up to do forward fold. From forward fold, inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, so let's do that a third time. This time we are going to just do it as if it was a class. Welcome, class. Please take a seat into easy seat. Let's take a few centering breaths. Please relax your hips a little bit. You may want to move around. And when you feel ready, come to tabletop. Inhale your belly button down to the ground. And exhale, drawing your spine to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. At your own pace, step to the front of the mat in Tadasana. Rooting your feet into the mat, relaxing your shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back up to Tadasana to start Sun Salutation A. Sun Salutation A, inhale, arms up to upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step your foot back to plank. From plank, up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, down dog. From down dog, bring a knee into the chest and step forward to forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up to upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Okay, that's excellent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to review the sequence that we learned in week 12. The sequence we learned in week 12 included 5 additional poses into our Sun Salutation. So now let's do that week 12 sequence 3 times. So we'll start with Sun Salutation A, but when we do the downward dog in Sun Salutation A, we're going to slip in the modification for Revolve Lunge, which is just going to be low lunge. And then we're going to do, sorry, my back is to you, extended side angle. We're going to do triangle, warrior 2, and reverse warrior. And then we will come back into down dog. So as we discussed in an earlier class, the Sun Salutation may be your salad. And then the 45 key poses of the share method, those are the ingredients to spice up your salad. So maybe it's the cucumbers, the tomatoes, the olives, and you know, the salt and the pepper. You can also think of the Sun Salutation as your chicken dish. And so, you know, you can have orange chicken, lemon chicken, you know, different things to spice up your chicken dish. So by using the Sun Salutation as our go-to teaching framework, we have found that our teachers graduate very confident right away, able to teach right away, because they have a go-to Sun Salutation framework that they can just repeat for as long as the class they're teaching. If they're teaching a 45-minute class, they can repeat it. An hour-and-a-half class, they can use the same methodology as the 45-minute class, just with more Sun Salutation cycles. So we have the Sun Salutation, and then we sort of chop it in the middle and insert anywhere from 5 to 9 of our key signature poses to sort of spice it up. Then we can also link Sun Salutation, variations, and stuff like that. So anyway, it makes more sense when we actually do it. Plus, it's good for this time to be a workout. So now we're going to do the Sun Salutation that we learned in week 12. Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step the right foot back to plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, down dog. Bring the left leg in and step it forward to the front of the mat. Instead of revolve lunge, which is not prenatal safe, we are going to do low lunge, which we're doing now. From low lunge, extended side angle. From extended side angle, triangle pose. From triangle pose, warrior two. From warrior two, reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, we finish the sun salutation by coming back to where we started, down dog. Step, step, step our legs forward to forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do that again on the other side. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, we're gonna step our left foot back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, cobra. Inhale, down dog. Now we'll bring our right leg in and we'll do lunge on this other side. This pose was originally revolve lunge in our signature poses, but that's not prenatal safe, so we're doing low lunge instead because it's not safe to revolve because we cannot twist, torque our torso in prenatal. From revolve lunge, we go to extended side angle. From extended side angle, we go to triangle. From triangle, we go to warrior two. From warrior two, we go to reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, we come down to low lunge. Back to downward dog. Now we're completing our sun salutation. Our sun salutation has the following 5 poses to conclude it. Sun salutation A. So sun salutation A, the last 5 poses are down dog. So you can walk your feet up to forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale, even more upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. Let's do that again on each side, just to cement it in. I'm gonna just grab a water, sorry. It's important to hydrate. Okay, Tadasana. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Plank. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, we'll just keep it on the right, or actually we'll just do the left. Okay, bring your left knee in, step it through. Sorry, this is live, so blips and bloopers and all. Okay, so now we are doing our modification for revolve lunge. Revolve lunge isn't safe, so we do low lunge. From low lunge, extended side angle. From extended side angle, triangle. From triangle, warrior two. From warrior two, reverse warrior. We'll windmill our arms back to our modification for revolve lunge, which is low lunge. From low lunge, we step back into downward dog, finishing our sun salutation A. I can bring the left knee in, step it forward, step forward the right, and we are in forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. That completes the sun salutation that we learned in week 12. Let's practice it again on the other side. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, back to plank. So we'll put our right foot back and we'll come into plank. From plank, up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, we will go into down dog. Down dog is where we insert new poses. So now we'll go to insert a new pose. We'll bring our knee in through our arms. Normally our pose in the share method would be revolve lunge, but we are going to do low lunge as a prenatal safe modification. From low lunge, we'll go to extended side angle. From extended side angle, we'll go to triangle. From triangle, we'll go to warrior two. From warrior two, reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, we'll windmill our arms back to low lunge, the modification for revolve lunge. From low lunge, we go back to down dog. Now we are finishing our sun salutation A. Our sun salutation A finishes with down dog. Bring your right knee into your chest, step it through your hands, bring the other leg there. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, Tadasana. So that is the week 12 sequence. And so we went over our warm-up, linking it to sun salutation A, and then we went through our week 12 sequence. So now let's do that same week 12 sequence, but let's link it to sun salutation A. So if you were teaching a class and you wanted to switch it up a little bit, but you only wanted to focus on 18 poses, you could do the following. So we're going to do regular sun salutation A, and then we're going to do sun salutation A with the additional 5 poses that we learned in our week 12 sequence. So, and we'll repeat that on each side. And so you'll see how you can basically take a plain chicken dish and then add a chicken dish with 5 spices, let's say, and basically linking those two also creates a variety. So it's not just the same sun salutation repeated. So anyway, so we'll do our regular sun salutation. We'll link it to our week 12 sun salutation. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. In forward fold, let's take a few breaths. You can rock the feet forward and back and really try to drop. If you don't feel comfortable being upside down, you can move through the sun salutation more quickly. You also have the option of getting the same benefits doing a seated forward fold. You can also come to child's pose. So don't do anything that hurts. There's no points for pain in yoga. Yoga is actually supposed to be a release, and when it doesn't feel good, something's wrong. So you need to adjust that to serve you. These are just guides, but you need to be the decider. So to the extent it's okay with you, let's hang out in forward fold, because sometimes it takes some time to release. Do you shake your head yes, shake your head no? And the cool thing about forward fold is it doesn't just stretch your hamstrings. It stretches your whole back, your neck, your shoulders. The whole back side of your body gets stretched in forward fold, so it's a great one. It's a great one if it doesn't bother you. If it bothers you, it's not great, and please modify. You can do seated forward fold. You can go to child's pose. The most important thing is that you're breathing. By stepping on your hands a little bit, you can get a wrist stretch. I put my legs a little wider because for prenatal, sometimes that feels good to have a wider stance. If you're not pregnant or it feels fine, keep the legs hip width apart. I'm just gonna hang out here to really encourage those where seeking flexibility, because we get a lot of comments like, make me a pretzel, how can I be a pretzel? So I'm gonna stay here a while for those folks. But please do not stay in this if you're lightheaded or if it doesn't feel good. Please modify. This is a yoga teacher training. You guys are going to earn a teaching degree. So as a teacher, you're going to have to decide what to do and what not to do. So this is only a guide, but ultimately you decide what serves you. Okay, from here we inhale, half bend, and we come down to plank. From plank, we do up dog, cobra, down dog. Inhale our left leg forward through our hands, our right leg forward fold, half bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. That completes sun salutation on one side. Sun salutation A, basic on one side. Now we'll do sun salutation A, basic on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. From forward fold, inhale, half bend. Exhale, we'll bring the right leg back, the left leg back for plank. From plank, we'll come to up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, push back to down dog. From down dog, we'll bring our right knee into our chest, through our hands, bring the other leg to match. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. That completes sun salutation A, basic, on both sides. Now we'll link it with sun salutation A from the week 12 sequence. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale, left leg back to plank. From plank, up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, down dog. Now from down dog, we're going to inhale our knee up through our hands, but we're going to stay here in low lunge as a modification for Revolve Lunge to be prenatal safe. From Revolve Lunge, we'll go to extended side angle. From extended side angle, we'll straighten the leg to triangle. From triangle, we'll bend the leg again and come to warrior two. You can put your palms up to remind your shoulders to relax, and put them back. Soft gaze on your back hand, your front hand, to make sure they're in line. From warrior two, you can lift a palm up and breathe to reverse warrior. From reverse warrior, windmill the arms around to our modification for Revolve Lunge, which is low lunge for the prenatal class. From low lunge, we will go back, step the left leg back to down dog, and now we conclude the sun salutation A from week 12. From down dog, we bring our left knee in again, step it forward to our hands, Step our other foot forward, and now we're in forward fold. From forward fold, inhale, half bend, inhale all the way up to upward salute, and exhale to Tadasana. Now we're going to do that on the other side. The sun salutation from week 12. Inhale, arms up, upward salute, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend, exhale, bring the right leg back. I don't know, I'm a little confused. Okay, which leg we did. Okay, from plank, we go to up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, down dog. It was the right leg. Okay, so then now we bring our right knee into our chest through our hands, and we are starting our spiced up chicken dish from week 12 with the modification for Revolve Lunge, which is low lunge for prenatal. From low lunge, we will inhale and do extended side angle. From extended side angle, we can exhale into triangle pose. From triangle pose, we'll go into warrior two. Palms up, palms down to relax the shoulders, soft gaze over the back fingers, the front fingers to remember to make sure they're in alignment. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill your arms back to the modification for Revolve Lunge for prenatal, which is low lunge. From low lunge, step the right foot back into down dog as we complete the week 12 version of Sun Salutation A. Spiced up and in a to-go box. From here, we inhale our right knee into our chest, step it through our feet, step the other leg through the feet, exhale and forward fold. This is going to conclude our sun salutation so we can really spend a minute just trying to stretch and forward fold. Inhale, half bend. You can have a slight bend in the knees. The idea is to have a straight back. Inhale all the way up to upward salute. And exhale, arms down. So I believe we did the sun salutation on the regular one and the sun salutation from week 12 on both sides. So now let's focus on our latest and greatest, the sun salutation, that sequence that we are going to focus on now. So focusing on the poses that we've learned from week 13 to now, week 20. This is week 20, and we discussed in the beginning of class that the pose of the week is the modification for Revolved Half Moon. So this is not Revolved Half Moon. This is Warrior 2. This is supported Warrior 3. I'm not going to show Revolved Half Moon because I don't even want to show things that are not prenatal safe on this video, because our idea is to keep people safe. Although it's actually your responsibility to stay safe and to set boundaries and things like this. So anyway, our modification for Revolved Half Moon is going to be supported Warrior 3 like this. So anyway, you'll see it in the form of this sun salutation. So we'll now do, now we'll work on the sun salutation that we are going to have completed by week 22. 2 more classes. Okay, so we begin our sun salutation A as we always do. Mountain pose. Inhale. Arms up, upward salute. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Exhale. Step our left foot back, our right foot back into plank. From plank, up dog. From up dog, cobra. From cobra, down dog. From down dog, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale our left knee in through our hands. Then we're going to go to pyramid pose. For pyramid, our knee will be slightly bent, and unless you're super flexible, because the idea is that your head is touching your knee. From pyramid, we can come down to wide-legged straddle. We're going to stay here a minute and just enjoy the benefits of dropping into it. If this is not comfortable, modifications are, you can, do something like this, like this, like this. You can do a seated wide-legged straddle. So anyway, we'll come back to our sequence. So we're just gonna hang out in wide-legged straddle to the extent it feels comfortable to you. If it does not feel comfortable, then please modify. You can always come to child's pose as well. Toes are pointed forward. You can shake your head no, shake your head yes. You can hold onto your elbows or the ground or use blocks if that feels more supported. You can hold on to the sides of your feet. Focusing on your breath, noticing if both sides feel equally tight. From wide-legged straddle, we are not going to do twisted wide-legged straddle, which is our regular pose. So instead of twisted wide-legged straddle, we can just sort of come up like this. And then our next pose is Revolve Triangle, which again, we're not going to do because that's not prenatal safe. So we'll just do regular triangle, which we did in our prior sequence. From regular triangle, we again are not going to do revolved half moon. So what we can do is we can do supported warrior three, and then that leads into our pose from week 18, which is warrior three. I'm not balancing today. Then regular half moon, which is safe, and you can be supported with a block. From regular half moon, we'll bring our leg down to warrior one. From warrior one, we will complete our sequence. We have one more pose in this sequence after warrior one, but we'll save it for a surprise for next week. So this is one pose short of the sequence, but we'll only introduce one new pose a week to help cement it in. It's part of our method. So from warrior one, we'll bring our hands back to low lunge, as we learned in the prior sequence as a modification for Revolve lunge. From low lunge, we step our left leg back to down dog. From down dog, we bring our left leg in to our chest, through our hands, step the other foot up, forward fold. In this forward fold, We can hold each elbow. And to the extent it feels comfortable for you, really just kind of roll back and forward, maybe touch the ground so you don't fall over. But really try to breathe in and stretch here. If it feels more comfortable to do a seated forward fold, then do that. And you can always come down to child's pose or something that's comfortable for you. But for the folks that want to deepen their stretch, and for the folks that want to deepen their stretch, plus this doesn't bother them, then please feel free to hang out here, because to really get the stretch benefits, it takes time. You step on your hands, to also get a wrist stretch. Relaxing your neck, stretching the hamstrings and the whole backside body. Noticing how each side of your body feels. Is one side tighter than the other? From here, inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, Tadasana. So now we're going to do that sequence on the other side. So this is one pose shy of the sequence you will learn in week 22. This is week 20. And so week 21, we'll learn our final pose next week. Oh wait, inhale, and I'm not telling which one it is, but it's in your Teachable if you want a sneak peek. We have to keep some suspense in here, right? Inhale, arms up, Tadasana, upward salute. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half bend. And this time we'll step our right foot back into plank. From plank, then we will do curl the toes under, up dog. Exhale, cobra. From cobra, push up to down dog. From down dog, we're going to insert our week 22 sequence. Inhale the right knee in, step it through the feet, and come up to pyramid. In pyramid, the idea is to have your knee, your head resting on your knee. So if you need to bend your knee for that, then you can do so. If you're super flexible, then your leg can be straight. You may feel a stretch here. From pyramid, we're going to go into wide-legged straddle. If wide-legged straddle is not comfortable for you to be upside down, you can do seated wide-legged straddle like this. We're going to hang out a little bit in wide-legged straddle because to experience the benefits of a stretch, we have to be here a little bit. However, if it's uncomfortable, then don't be here. You are earning your teaching degree, so be your own best teacher and know when you need to modify. From wide-legged straddle, we are not going to do twisted wide-legged straddle because it's not prenatal safe. So our prenatal modification for twisted wide-legged straddle is we're just going to kind of come up and sort of almost do like a half, like a half bend forward fold, but with a wide-legged straddle. From here, we are not going to do twisted, we're not going to do revolve triangle. So instead, we will just do regular triangle as a prenatal modification. From regular triangle, we are going to, from regular triangle, we're gonna come back to our pose of the week, which is supported warrior 3, because our real pose of the week is revolved half moon. Revolved half moon is not safe for prenatal, so we're modifying by supported warrior 3. This brings us into our week 18 pose of warrior 3. And last week we did half moon. From half moon, we drop our leg back to warrior 1. Normally we'd have one more pose in this sequence, but we haven't learned it yet. So we come from warrior 1 down to our modification for revolve lunge, which is low lunge. Stepping our right foot back to down dog. Bringing our right knee in to our chest. Stepping forward, stepping the other leg forward to forward fold. Inhale, half bend. Inhale all the way up to upper salute. Exhale, Tadasana. So that is a sequence for that we'll learn -1 pose that we'll learn in week 22. So you have learned a warm-up sequence. Now I'm just going to do a little executive review. You've learned a warm-up sequence that covers easy seat, cat, cow, prenatal bonus modifications of downward puppy and child's pose. You've learned a go-to warm-up sequence, Sukhasana, easy seat, cat, cow, coming up to Tadasana, forward fold. And this little warm-up sequence goes nicely into Sun Salutation A, which starts Tadasana, upper salute, forward fold, half bend, plank, plank, up dog, cobra, down dog, forward fold, half bend, upper salute, Tadasana. And then we learned how you can spice up that Sun Salutation A in these ways. From Tadasana, you can do upper salute, forward fold, half bend as usual, step back to plank as usual, up dog, cobra, down dog. But in this down dog, we can sneak in a bunch of spices. So we can sneak in a lunge, an extended side angle, a triangle, warrior 2, reverse warrior. We can also sneak in from down dog. So that was what we did the first 12 weeks. We're going to learn in the second 12 weeks. From down dog, we can also sneak in pyramid, wide-legged straddle. We're not going to do twisted wide-legged straddle because it's not prenatal safe, so we can do something like this. We're not going to do revolve triangle, so we can do triangle instead. We're not going to do revolved half moon, so we can do sort of like a supported warrior 3, half moon, a little wobbly today, half moon. Sorry, I just want to do that a little better. Half moon. And from half moon, we can do warrior 1. Then sneak peek for next week, it's going to be chair to end it. From chair, we go back to down dog. bring our legs forward to forward fold, half bend, upward salute, Tadasana, and that concludes the sequence that you'll learn in week 22. And so you have learned 2 warm-up sequences, 2 spiced up salads or chicken dish sequences, 2 spiced up versions of Sun Salutation A, and you've also learned the basic Sun Salutation A. So that is 5 sequences that you've learned to date. So pat yourself on the back. I'm going to reward you with a little meditation and thank you for your time here. So you can grab a comfortable seat. If you're more comfortable sitting up, you can sit up. You can sit up against the wall. If that's more comfortable, you can even bend your knees. Maybe if you have something to rest your head. You know, being pregnant is rough. Sometimes having like a blanket or bolster to rest your arm on can be helpful. If you feel sometimes like putting something between your legs. I know I always liked that when I was pregnant, having something like that. You may want to be on your side. Definitely listen to your body. However you're comfortable. Don't never stay on your back too long. When you're pregnant, your body will tell you when to move. So in general, your body will give you the signal. So as long as you're listening to your body, you'll know what to do. Feel free to hydrate. And be really proud of what you've covered. So now we're going to do a brief guided meditation. It's a body scan for anxiety. I've noticed there's a lot of anxiety in prenatal, and so hopefully this will help with that. Welcome to this body scan meditation. Think of the next about 10 minutes as an opportunity to dwell in your body and be present and be in the present moment as it is. Begin by finding a comfortable place to sit with your back straight but not stiff. Also, like I said, you can be on the floor however you want. This is just a suggestion. If you are seated on a chair, allow your feet to rest on the ground. If you are seated on the ground, you may either cross your legs or straighten them. You can also do this meditation lying down with your feet extended in front of you, your hands resting beside your body. Adjust your body accordingly until you settle into a comfortable pose. Gently close your eyes. Become aware of the thoughts in your mind. Our aim in this meditation is to release all the tension in your body and mind so as to help you release stress and anxiety to become calm and peaceful. We will begin our scan from the top of our head to our toes. We will listen to our bodies and notice all the sensations, then release, and all the tension and pains. I will mention a part of your body. Take your attention to that part of the body and scan it to detect any stress or tension around it. You will then Visualize a yellow beam of energy shining on that part of the body as it washes away the pain, tightness, or tension. Now bring your awareness to the top of your head and observe the sensations on this part of the body. Do you feel any tension? What sensations can you detect on this part of the body? Take a breath and send the energy light to it. See the light dissolve all the tension on the top of your head. If it feels good, you can do a neck stretch. Bring your attention to your forehead. Is there tightness or any other noticeable sensation on this part of your body? Focus the yellow beam of energy to your forehead and let it melt away all the tension in this area. Move your attention to your eyes. Scan them and check if they have any tension lodged in them. Do you feel any tightness behind your eyelids? Send a yellow beam of energy to the area around your eyes and feel as it dissolves the stress in your eyes. Slowly move your awareness to your cheekbones and cheeks. Observe whether there is any tension around them. Inhale and direct the yellow beam of energy to both cheeks, allowing them to release tension and to relax. Bring your awareness to your ears. Scan them for any tension and send the beam of energy to wash away any tension that could be held in your ears. Notice your mouth and jaw. Sense any tension around it. Shine the beam of energy on your mouth and jaw to clear away all that tension. Become aware of your chin. Scan it for any tension. Now shine the healing wave of energy to clear all the tension lodged in your chin. Feel as your chin relaxes. Feel the back of your head. Slowly scan it to detect any tension hidden in this area. Inhale deeply and let the yellow beam of energy consume all the tension held at the back of your head. As you exhale, allow your head to relax completely. Take your awareness to your shoulders. Scan them for any tension. Now send the energizing beam of energy to your shoulders and let it wash all the tension away in that area. Notice your chest. Notice how it rises and falls as you breathe in and out. Feel your heartbeat behind the chest. Scan every inch of your chest and check for tension lodged there. Focus the beam of energy to your chest. Let it clear all the tension, little by little, until the entire chest area is fully relaxed. Move your awareness to your back. Notice all the parts of your back, from the upper back to the lower back, the spine, and the entire torso. Scan the entire back for any tension, pain, or tightness. Shine the yellow beam of energy on your back, from the upper part of the back to the middle part of the back and down to the lower back. Let this energizing light melt away any tension you are holding on your back. take your awareness to your stomach and the belly area. Visualize all the organs held within your rib cage and belly area. Your stomach, intestines, reproductive system, kidney, liver, bladder, and all the other organs. Scan your belly, rib cage, and the organs beneath for tension or tightness. Now shine the beam of light to your stomach, rib cage, and the organs beneath, and let all the tension in this area of your body dissolve. Move your attention to your left arm. Be aware of every part of your left arm, the biceps, triceps, forearm, palm, and fingers. Now move your awareness to your right arm. Notice all the parts of your right arm, biceps, triceps, forearm, palm, and fingers. Scan for any tension in your right arm. Inhale and shine the beam of energy on your right arm and let all the tension in your right arm melt away. Feel as the right arm relaxes. Gently bring your awareness to your pelvis. Notice your buttocks, hips, and growing area. Scan them for any tension, pain, or tightness. Visualize the yellow beam of light shine upon your pelvis as it washes away all the tension in your glutes, hips, growing, feeling completely relaxed. Notice your left and right thighs. The thighs have the largest muscles in your body. As such, you can hold a lot of tightness and tension there. Bring your attention on the upper part of your right thigh and move your attention from the upper right thigh bit by bit to the right knee as you scan for tension in the inner right thigh. Top of the right thigh, back side of the right thigh, the outer edge of the right thigh. Now visualize the relaxing beam of energy wash away tension from the upper part of the right thigh to knee. Now bring your attention to the upper part of your left thigh and move your attention from the upper left thigh, bit by bit, up to the left knee as you scan for tension on the inner left thigh, top of the left thigh, back side of the left thigh, and the outer edge of the left thigh. Now visualize the relaxing beam of energy wash away tension from the upper part of the left thigh to knee. Become aware as the lower part of the legs. Notice your knees and the kneecaps. Scan them for tension and envision the yellow light dissolving all that is tense in this part of your body. Now bring your attention to your left and right shins and calves. Become aware of both of your ankles. Scan your lower legs from the knees to your ankles for any pain or tension. Inhale and shine the beam of energy, the beam of both your legs from your knees to your ankles. And exhale, feeling your lower legs relax. Gently move your awareness to your feet. Become aware of the bottom and the top part of your feet. Observe your feet and check for any tightness around them. Ease the tension there with the beam of light and feel as your feet relax. Now envision the yellow beam of light shining on your entire body. It moves slowly from your head to toes. And it washes away any remaining tension in your body. It then moves from your toes to your head, bit by bit, as it energizes every cell on your body. Your body is now fully relaxed. You feel calm, peaceful, centered, and grounded. Rest in this alert awareness of your body and in total relaxation for a moment. Begin to deepen your breath. Gently wiggle your fingers and toes. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Namaste. May the light in me be the light in you. Have a blessed day, and thank you so much for taking this journey.